Hey everyone, welcome back to CB Auto News. Today, we're diving into a car that might not break any speed records or win design awards, but it does do something far more impressive. It keeps life simple, affordable, and surprisingly enjoyable. This is the 2026 Dacia Sandero, a car that proves you don't need to spend big to get something that just works. And here's the crazy part. It's not only cheap and cheerful, it's shockingly good. So, if you're curious about what a true value-for-money car looks like in 2026, stay tuned. You might just fall in love with its no-nonsense charm. Let's kick things off with the heart of the car, the engine. You've got just one option here, and that's the TCE 90, a turbocharged 1.0-liter 3-cylinder engine with 89 brake horsepower, paired with a 6-speed manual gearbox. Now let's be real. This isn't fast. The official 0 to 62 miles per hour time is 11.7 seconds. That's slower than most new electric scooters and nearly every rival compact hatchback. But here's the thing, it doesn't matter, because this little engine has just enough punch for daily driving. Around town, it's zippy. On the motorway, it'll cruise at legal speeds without fuss. And on country roads, well, you might even find yourself grinning as you wring every drop of power out of it. And guess what? That's actually fun. There's also a bi-fuel version available. It runs on LPG as well as petrol. It's slightly more powerful on paper, but not noticeably faster. Still, if you want to save a bit more on fuel, it's a nice option to have. No diesel option. No CVT automatic anymore. Just a simple, honest manual hatchback that encourages you to actually drive. So what's it like behind the wheel of the new Dacia Sandero? In a word, easy. And honestly, that's exactly the point. From the moment you slide into the driver's seat, it's clear this car is built for simplicity and comfort, not thrills and lap times. The clutch pedal may feel a little vague at first, and the throttle response isn't razor sharp. The steering? Soft, with the kind of feedback that feels more marshmallow than motorsport. But here's the thing, it works. And it works really well for what the Sandero is meant to be. The steering is light enough to make tight parking maneuvers a breeze, which is perfect for city driving or navigating narrow suburban streets. The gearbox, whether you go for the manual or the automatic, shifts smoothly and without fuss. Even when you hit rough country lanes or encounter pothole-strewn city roads, the suspension soaks it all up without feeling bouncy or unsettled. It's genuinely surprising how composed the ride is, especially for a car at this price point. Now let's be honest. The Sandero isn't trying to be a hot hatch or a track toy. It doesn't need to set your pulse racing every time you turn the wheel. This car is about practicality. It's designed for school runs, weekly grocery missions, commutes, and those spur-of-the-moment errands, the everyday driving that most people actually do. And in that world, the Sandero excels. It's a stress-free, no-nonsense companion that doesn't overwhelm the driver with tech or sharp handling demands. Instead, it's forgiving, relaxed, and incredibly easy to live with. Whether you're a new driver or someone who just wants a reliable set of wheels to get from A to B, the Sandero makes the experience smooth and uncomplicated. In a world full of overcomplicated cars, the Dacia Sandero keeps it simple, and that's a huge part of its charm. Okay, let's talk cabin, because here's where the 2026 Sandero delivers one of its biggest surprises. The interior is actually kind of nice. Now, we're not talking soft leather or brushed aluminum. The plastics are hard, they're scratchy, but they're also solid and well put together. Nothing squeaks, nothing rattles, it just feels like it'll last forever, even if it never wins a design award. But Dacia has added some thoughtful touches, like the textured fabric strip that runs across the dashboard and into the door panels. It breaks up the plastic and adds a bit of style. The climate controls are big and easy to use. The stalks for the indicators and wipers feel strong and purposeful. It's basic, yes, but it doesn't feel cheap. And best of all, it's spacious. Rear legroom is up by 42 millimeters compared to the last model. That means a 6-footer can comfortably sit behind another 6-footer, which is almost unheard of in a car this size. The boot is bigger too, with 328 liters of space and up to 1,108 liters when the rear seats are folded. So if you're hauling people, pets, or IKEA flat packs, the Sandero's got your back. This is where things get interesting. There are 3 different infotainment setups depending on which trim level you go for. Top spec Expression model. You get an 8-inch touchscreen with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, plus a dedicated smartphone holder right next to it. Mid-spec versions, no touchscreen, but a smartphone mount comes standard. You plug your phone in, run the Dacia Media Control app, and it becomes your infotainment hub. Base models, no screen, no mount, but you can still control radio and audio through the little digital display between the gauges. This tiered system is clever, and it keeps costs low. Let's face it, most people use their phones for music and navigation anyway. So instead of over-engineering a screen, Dacia just lets your phone be the infotainment. There's also a well-placed USB port nearby, so no awkward cables hanging across the cabin. Honestly, it's refreshingly simple. It might even be the smartest low-cost tech solution on the market. Let's step back and take a look at the whole package. The exterior design is still recognizably Sandero. Modest, compact, and a little anonymous. But the lines are cleaner now. The headlights are sharper, the proportions feel tighter and more refined. It's not a head-turner, but it's miles ahead of the old model in terms of curb appeal. Where the Sandero really makes a leap is in perceived quality. It might not be flashy, but it's mature, well-designed, and honest. There's no pretending to be something it's not. And in a world of overstyled, overcomplicated small cars, that's actually refreshing. Safety-wise, the Sandero comes with the essentials: electronic stability control, emergency brake assist, multiple airbags, cruise control hill start assist. It's not going to match a Volvo, but for the price point, it's more than decent. And with the improved interior space, better rear legroom, and a boot that can handle everyday hauling, the 2026 Sandero is a seriously practical little car. It's a small hatchback that's easy to park, cheap to fuel, cheap to insure, and comfortable to drive. Exactly what most people actually need. So how much are we talking? While pricing varies by region, the 2026 Sandero is expected to start well under €15,000 or around £13,000, $14,000 in the UK for the base models. Even the top spec Expression trim should come in comfortably under £18,000. And that's kind of the magic here. For under 15 pounds, you get a car that seats 5 comfortably, has decent tech, offers solid fuel economy, handles rough roads, and feels way more refined than it should. The 2026 Dacia Sandero isn't trying to be the fastest, flashiest, or fanciest car on the road. It's just trying to do everything you actually need, simply, reliably, and affordably. And somehow, it pulls it off. It's cheap, it's cheerful, and here's the shocker, it's genuinely good. If you're tired of overpaying for complicated cars loaded with gimmicks, the Sandero might just be the breath of fresh air you've been looking for. If you enjoyed this deep dive, go ahead and give us a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and ring the bell so you never miss a big new car release. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.